I've lived in Flint 13 years. Um, in April of 2015, I started showing symptoms of Parkinson's. In August of 2015, I was uh, diagnosed with Parkinson's. And up till then, I drank the water every day. I drink a lot of water. And in October of 15 is when I first started hearing about the lead in water. Well, I got online and checked it out, and sure enough, a high lead level will bring on the Parkinson's. And my neurologist said the same thing. Um, but I had my blood tested in January of 2016, and by then it was 30 days past the time I was drinking the water out of the tap. So my blood level showed normal for lead, and I had my house tested, and unfortunately the National Guard that gave me the test kit told me the wrong way to test it, but it still came out 18 parts per billion. Since then, I've had it tested at least once a month. It's spiked as high as 108 parts per billion, and it's gone as low as 5 parts per billion. I went to the town hall where 6 of my friends were arrested for speaking the truth, and I got up there and asked the distinguished panel why they weren't replacing copper lines. The money that they're spending right now is to replace lead or galvanized lines. They're not replacing all the lines in the city, which is how it went from 33,000 pipes that need to be replaced to 18,000, because they're not replacing copper lines. I asked them, I says, why aren't you replacing the copper lines? I told them, DEQ's been testing my water for copper and lead. I says, and it's been high more times than it's been low. And they all looked at each other like a bunch of rocket scientists they are. And they finally said, well, it's not really lead in the water, it's particulate lead breaking loose and coming into your house. That's not our problem. And I proceeded to tell them I didn't ask to have the Flint River water pumped in my house. That wasn't my choice. That was your choice. But that's as far as I got. Now the water pods around here are sending out 2-bottle test kits because you get a more accurate reading of where the lead and copper are coming from, if it's coming from your fixtures or in from the street. Well, I took my latest 2-bottle test kit in on a Monday, and that same day the DEQ dropped off a 1-bottle test kit and wanted me to continue taking part in the Sentinel water testing program, which is who'd been testing my water since 2016. And it was a 1-bottle kit. Why, if the 2-bottle is more accurate, why are they handing out 1-bottle kits? Because they don't want to admit that it's lead coming into your house, not just your fixtures. I took water samples 3 days apart with the 2-bottle kit, and the 2-bottle kit said I had 108 parts per billion lead, and the copper was like 110. The test kit that the DEQ, the Sentinel test kit that I sent in 3 days later with the water sample, said my lead was 10 parts per billion and the copper was 30 parts per billion. You can't get any answers as far as why it fluctuates like that, or what are they doing with the tests that are different. I had my hot water heater replaced. 2 months later after that, 48 parts per billion. There's no rhyme or reason for it. They sent people around to replace bathroom and kitchen faucets for those of us that are low income and that had high lead levels. Well, they came to my house, and because the kitchen fixture was an original fixture, which was mounted in the wall. They couldn't replace that. They replaced the bathroom faucet so that I could get a filter on it. And I went out and spent $50 and replaced my own kitchen faucet. And with the 2 new faucets, my lead level spiked again to 32 parts per billion. But, you know, they have no explanation, and they're not going to bother to change my pipes. I can't sell my house. I had a realtor come in and look at the house, and he informed me that I own my house free and clear. It's the only thing I've got in the world. And he informed me that no bank or mortgage company is going to approve anybody for a loan to buy my house with the lead levels they are. So, yeah, these people that say, well, just move out of Flint. That's my home. That's all I've got in the world. I shouldn't have to leave because our government decided to poison us to make money. I says it's just very frustrating. I felt like I was banging my head up against a brick wall trying to be heard until the water protectors came here. Now I'm out here at the camp. I stop in at least every day between my 2 jobs that I work. Just because even though it doesn't help me with my physical symptoms, it helps me mentally to be here with people that understand that you're being poisoned. You're still being poisoned after 3 years, and you're going to continue to be poisoned till, you know, I don't know, till they kill you off, I guess. But at least here, I don't feel like I'm alone. You know, there's people here that have got my back, will sympathize and, you know, do everything they can to help. That's pretty much about all I've got to say.
You did a great job explaining that. The house part isn't very important to know. Because they say that, why don't you know?
Yeah.
And I understand why you